Hey everybody, welcome to Just Us Up North. February is wearing on and it's kind of been a long winter, but that's all right because February is pasty making time for us. It's tradition in our household as well as all throughout northern Michigan here. People tend to get together this time of year, families and friends, and make a lot of pasties. So we're gonna take you along with us today in our pasty making. And if you don't know, pasties are basically meat and root vegetables cooked in a nice golden crust. So we're going to start out with some beef here. I've got about a 2.5 pound English roast that we're going to get ready to get in the Dutch oven. So first of all, we're going to season it. I guess you can use whatever seasoning you like. So a little of that and a little fresh black pepper, and we want to get both sides. All right, now in the Dutch oven, I've got about half of a large onion, just roughly cut. I'm just gonna put that in first, it's really more for flavoring in this thing. And then I want about 1 inch of water in the bottom to kind of steam the roast. Well, I think a quart of water worked out just right. Now, let's get the roast in there. We'll put the lid on. Now let's get it on the fire. Okay, we had a fire going here for a while, and I got a nice bed of coals ready to go. And we're gonna use this new Dutch oven table. Makes life a lot easier so you're not bending down so much. All right, now for some coals on the top. All right, so our roast is all set up here in the coals in the Dutch oven, and we're gonna let that cook for probably 3 hours till it's fall apart. I guess however long it takes, but that's all right because now the real work starts in the house. So we'll see you there. All right, as you can see, Robin is starting to get the crust ready. This is just a basic butter crust, butter pie crust. So whatever your pie crust recipe is, I'm sure that would work fine too, but ours is butter crust and that's what we like. Alright, she's going at that with the pastry blender, kind of chopping at that to get the butter pieces about pea size. And then we've got some cold water on standby to add. In case we didn't mention it, that was 6 cups of flour, 3 sticks of butter, and probably going to be about 2 cups of water, depending. Yeah, that was 2 cups, so that should be the consistency we want. And you just squeeze it into balls, but don't overwork it. All right, there are our 6 dough balls. That's the equivalent of 6 pie crusts. And we are going to put those in that gallon-sized Ziploc bag and put them in the refrigerator until we are ready for it. We're starting to chop up our vegetables. First thing is a nice large rutabaga. Very traditional, gives a very nice earthy flavor.
I'm adding some carrots. Carrots is not a traditional pasty ingredient, although I don't know why. It's technically a root vegetable, but I have some carrots to cut up that needed to be used, so we're adding carrots. And we always add onion. I've had pasties with and without onion. I think you can put really whatever meat and vegetables in a pasty that you choose, but we will add this last just before everything gets mixed and goes into the crust. All
right, now we're going to add some Italian sausage. We like a mixture of beef and pork, and I find that the Italian sausage adds a lot of flavor, so we're going to get that browning up.
Okay, we're going to start getting our filling put together. I've got our onion. Got our vegetable mix all drained. Gonna give that a little bit of salt and pepper. Good to season all along the way. We got our sausage ready. We're going to add that. And then we're ready to bring that roast in and shred it.
All right, we just brought the roast in from off of the coals, and it's been out there for 3 hours, and I think it looks beautiful. It sure smells good. And we're going to let that cool on a plate a little bit and then get it shredded up for our filling. All right, our roast is all nice and shredded and ready to go in with the rest of the filling. So now we're going to get that all mixed up very good together.
Those beautiful hunks of butter.
All right, the dough is all rolled out nice and thin, and she is using a small plate as a guide to cut the right size crust. And in goes 1 cup measure of filling.
Maybe. It looks like
Maybe.
a lot.
That's
That looks beefy.
might have to
1 cup's too much.
too much. Well, that's all right.
Get rid of that one.
We're going to end up with a lot of individual pasties, but that's all right. Kind of got to make your amount of crust to go with the amount of filling you end up with.
We want to kind of even it out so we got enough meat and potato and all the other stuff. I'll gently press that real quick to start with. And then we're going to do the traditional twist. Just take a little piece, twist and push. Make a beautiful little twist. One down and tons to go. Okay, some people egg wash, but butter is butter. Some people freeze these right now, but we like to bake ours off. We're gonna bake them at 350 for about 25-30 minutes till they're nice and golden brown. Then we freeze them. That way when they come out, they're lunchbox ready.
All right, our first batch of pasties is out of the oven, and it is time to give them a taste. I've been really looking forward to this, so let's cut it open and we'll show you all that nice filling in there, all the veggies and the meat. So let's have a taste. Very delicious. A lot of good flavor in there. All the two different kinds of meat in there, seasoned well, and the very earthy flavor of the rutabaga just make them really delicious. I like to eat these just plain. I know a lot of people, some people eat gravy or ketchup on them, but just plain is good enough for me. And now what we're gonna do with these is we cook them all the way when we do them, and then we freeze them. And I like to take them in my lunchbox, so about 24 hours before I know I am gonna take one in my lunch, I just thaw it out and throw it in there and eat it cold, and that's how we enjoy it. So I hope you enjoyed joining us on our annual February pasty making day, and I just hope it encourages you to give these a try. And so until next time, be blessed.